how to get your first 4 deals in virtual wholesaling. And that's a question a lot of people ask me, like, how do I get my first 1, 2, 3, or 4 deals? What's up, guys? Zach in here. And I did an interview today with Graham, and Graham is from Australia, and I've been working with him for a very long time. Of course, he's not a paid student. It's part of my Wholesaling Houses for Real mastermind. It's my Facebook mastermind group. It's actually the largest mastermind in the country. We have tens of thousands of people that we're helping out, and Graham cracked the code for virtual wholesaling. And in this video, we're going to talk with him about how he's doing, how exactly he's cracking the code in virtual wholesaling in Australia. And the secret may surprise you. So before we get into it, guys, remember, you need to smash that like button and subscribe to get the most free value from me. And from the down under, we got Graham. Oh, looks like he's on the phone. We go to someone else.
Zach,
What is up?
can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
How you going, mate?
Dude, I am blessed, man. Every day above ground's an amazing day.
Yeah, you've changed your background since last time I was on. Where's the American flag?
Oh, dude, that changed. We changed studios, man.
I know, it's been a long time. I haven't been on for probably 6 months.
Oh my gosh, wow. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Yeah, no, I just thought I'd jump in and I saw I think it was one of your lives the other day. So I thought I might jump in, and I haven't been in here for a while just to see how you're going. I tried to message you, but you're harder to get into your DMs than Dustin Poirier's wife's DMs. I mean, you know, I've had no reply, so I thought I'm going to have to come live on the show
All right,
just to speak to you.
Sorry, man. I'm be getting like 200 messages a day.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's getting a little hard to get a hold of them, and our business is kind of blowing up a little more than usual. House flipping. So, sorry about that. I mean, I'm trying to get to as many messages as I can, but I'll do 50 in a day, and then I'm 150 more in the holes every single day. So it's getting tougher, but I'm working on it.
Yeah, I've actually been. I hope you don't mind, but sharing your course website with a few new people that I know. So getting it out there for you.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Graham.
I might have to go into hiding I might be targeted by the gurus as well, but I just thought, it's a good resource for people. So, I've actually got a Facebook group. So I was wondering whether I could, post it in there for people that are new to be able to jump onto. I don't know if that's within your your boundaries, but I was going to just put it in there and just say, look, any newbies, jump on here. And I thought, being a foundational member with Zach from the early days, I thought you'd be able to help me out there.
Yeah, man. What's your group called?
It's called Collaborate, Network, and JV. So it's more for connecting people in the industry together and getting them, getting people across the US to be able to link up with each other and, share and hopefully JV be able to help each other out in different markets now that it's, blown up virtually. So that's what it's all about.
Oh yeah, man. That's awesome, man. So what's the name one more time?
Collaborate, Network, JV. It's a private group. I haven't got it on public. It's sort of invitation only. You've been invited if you check your messages. I mean, You're welcome to jump in
right now.
Yeah, but so it's about sort of networking and people in the industry. And it's not just wholesalers. It's people with creative finance, investor friendly realtors, and that, to get in there and to make contact with people and share and care, get the love out there, and hopefully create networks in different states where you want to do some virtual stuff.
Awesome. I just joined it. So
awesome.
Shout out to you there. So man, I love it, dude. So how have you been doing? So how is virtual wholesaling? Are you still in Texas trying to do it from Australia?
No. I haven't done much in Texas lately. Been in doing a little bit in Ohio and in Tennessee. So they're the main places now, and moving across now to Milwaukee. Looking at a few properties there. So got a certain criteria and just sticking to that. bit more laser focus these days.
All right. So what do you say?
Bit more laser focus. I was probably last time I was a bit too everywhere, whereas I'm sort of sticking to certain markets and certain criteria now.
Yeah.
Taking your advice, and I thought I'd found a really good market in Knoxville, and then I think a week later you put it as your number one virtual market, and I thought, no, what's Zach doing now? What's Zach doing to me? So, so no, all good.
All right, sweet. Are you doing deals there, or are you having success?
Yeah, just done two. Just settled one yesterday in Ohio, actually.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, I'm looking in Milwaukee at the moment and looking to buy a couple of places there. And Tennessee. I'm in looking for deals in Nashville. If anyone's got deals out there, I've got actually an end buyer that's looking for deals. So I know it's a pretty hot market, but yeah, Nashville's probably the main place at the moment in Tennessee where we're looking.
Awesome, man. I mean, how many deals have you done this year, man?
Well, done a couple of JVs and a couple of my deals, in the last couple of months, and
awesome.
Yeah, we're actually looking at a different concept now, like buyers from Australia as well, linking up buyers from Australia. So that's sort of where we're at now. So that's what we're working on at the moment. Bit of a niche market.
Dude, I remember talking to you a while back. I mean, you're still trying to get your first couple deals, man. So that's great growth you've been having. I mean, what are you attributing that success to, you think?
Just staying in the game. I watch as much of you. I mean, I know you probably forgot, but originally when I started, I did Alex Youngblood's accelerator course. So I watch Alex all the time. I watch you. There's another guy, Nate Armstrong, who I'm involved with his team and that. So I watch a lot of them. They're great people. And I just watch as much. And I've always got my headset on, listening to podcasts, and just, probably the commitment. I was committed. It's a lot harder from over here, but just being committed to, I said, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. Like the old Dutch Jackson song, REI till I die. So that's it. So it's just, you got to stay in the game and you just got to persist. I had a lot of deals fall through, had a lot of stuff, especially with logistics, being in another country, but getting there. And I've networked with a lot of people. That's been probably the success, just networking met so many good people on the ground in the States. And I'm working with someone from my group at the moment. And just trying to link up with really good people. And if I can help someone out, like I said, I've handballed your course to a few people that are starting, that are struggling, and just, it's all about networking. And like you said before about when you're talking to a seller, just be a real person. It's the same when you deal with a realtor, a wholesaler, anyone in the industry. Just be a real person.
That's it.
Be up front and see if you can help each other out. So that's it. So they're probably the main things, Zach, that I've been doing differently.
Wow. Okay. And I mean, you're pretty good at like JVing and, sniff them out if it's a good JV or not, because you've done a couple. I mean, how are you able, just for anyone looking, I mean, I got some tips for me, but how are you able to find someone like JV and collaborating? Because, I mean, you got the group right here for you. How do you find someone?
The reason I started the group was I'd just post in, say your group or I'm in a lot of groups, and I'd just say, hey, anyone looking to JV or collaborate? And then people would respond, and I'd get on the phone and talk to them. Say, oh, where you at? And some people say, I'm brand new, blah, blah, blah. Or some people would say, oh, I'm here, I'm there. And I just talk to people and I say, look, I can't help you out. That's a different market, but I know this guy in this market. So I'd set them up together. And I just saw a real need. The industry's changed a lot with COVID and everything, and it's gone virtual. And a lot of people are dropping out because they haven't actually got the resources to do the whole thing from start to finish. So I thought, well, why not team up? Even, like just team up and share resources and, you know, like a JV, you got a deal, someone else has got a buyer. You know, it doesn't have to be the whole complete system yourself until you get more experience and you've done some deals. And like you know yourself, the way you learn is through going through deals, especially ones that fall over. You learn twice as much, and then you can earn while you learn as well. It might only be a small chunk of the thing, but then 6 months in, you might say, well, I'm going to do my own deal myself, rather than getting 6 months not doing a deal and dropping out. So that was sort of the whole thing behind it. And I mean, you probably remember my Aussie mate Warren, that used to be on a few of the calls. Well, he's the master at JV. He's done dozens and dozens and dozens. He's really good at it. So we talk every day. So he's been a big influence, and he's in my group. So and yeah, he's the same. He's networked right across the states. So it's just about what value you can bring, and you know, matching up with someone.
Definitely. I mean, for every one of you, not you, but like someone that's getting into it, maybe outside the country, that actually is starting to get deals and success. There's probably 8 or 9. I'm going to be honest, that just quit. It's too hard. It's been 2 or 3 months. I mean, I have no success. So hats off to you. I mean, how are you able to find these people, or especially with Warren, like people actually want to collaborate and provide value versus people that are just trying to suck info and value out of you and they don't want to give anything back? What are you finding, especially when you're doing everything virtually for you?
Yeah, I think the number one thing is a phone call. Get on the phone with someone.
Yes.
And prepare yourself, just sort of, you know, and you don't want to interrogate someone when you first meet them. It's like a seller. If you interrogate them, they're just going to say, see you later. But just be honest with them about yourself, and then just say, look, is there any way we could work together? Are we a good fit or not? And if not, so be it. Wish you all the best luck. I mean, you're not going to be able to work with everyone, but there are some people that your personality just gels with. Yeah. And even that, you know, you can start the process and then it doesn't work. Something happens, but it's just trial and error. It's just like text blasting. I mean, you got to send tens of thousands of texts out to get a deal sometimes. Yeah. Well, it's the same thing when you are trying to connect with people. You might have to go through a lot of people. A lot of people don't return your call. They ghost you, whatever. That's the same as it's the same thing across the board. And that's the same thing in life. So you've just got to just go, like, let's say 20 people and one person might stick. And then you just build up people that have got the same values and the same stuff as you. And then it sticks, and then you go from there. So, I mean, you know yourself, Zach. You've been, you know, you have contact with a lot of people. You just sort of, when you talk to people, you click or you don't. It's just as simple as that. And that doesn't mean that if you don't click with someone, they can click with someone else, and that's just the way it is. And yeah, so I just did that. I spent months on the phone just talking to people, and then I realised there's a real need in the market for this, for people to be linked up, because it's gone virtual now, and it's never going to go back to the old way. It's never going to go back, not with all the technology now. So there's people, I've got an international group, and there's people in Israel, there's people in Europe, there's people all over the world that are doing this now in the States virtually. And it's no different from you doing it in Florida and looking in Indiana. It's no different, because it's all virtual. And a lot of these people have got really good people on the ground, and they use these people on the ground to JV. They say, look, I can get the deal virtually. You're on the ground. You bring a buyer. Bang. There you go. That's it. There's a bit of a niche market there.
I'm telling you, the only difference between you and me is when I go outside, everything's not trying to kill me. You, every time you go outside, something's trying to kill you. So
yeah, well, that's right. No difference. Well, I had a porcupine and echidna on my deck the other day. You know, the ones with the prickles.
Yeah.
And then when you got to touch it, all the prickles go up. But that's like a pet. We call that a pet over here.
Oh my god!
I've actually had a snake here. I've had a snake here. I'm down near the beach. I've had a snake here. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things over here that want to kill you, especially when you get up to the top of the country. A lot of crocodiles, sharks, all that sort of stuff. But it's no different than the wholesale world. There's plenty of predators. They're trying to get you, so you got to toughen up.
Yeah, they got some great whites off the beach where I'm at, like a mile from my house. So
yeah,
it's getting crazy out there. But that's amazing, man. Seeing your success, because I just You can tell when someone's brand new if they keep. It's not even knowing if like you're good at talking to sellers. Like when I was talking to you, I knew you were going to do good. Like starting out with the Zooms is because you were on those Zooms every single week starting out because you were trying to get better, and you just kept showing up. And I think one of the secrets that you've been having that I've just been noticing is discipline. You just
Mm.
even if you didn't want to go the day, you would go out there and just get better. You'd still build your network. You'd still go out there and try. Discipline's been a huge thing for me, and I can see it's been helping with you. So it's hats off to you, man. There's so many people watching this right now. Not a lot, but a good amount. I mean, at least 5% I've seen from my statistics on the YouTube channel that are outside the United States trying to learn wholesaling real estate. So I think you're a great case study for someone who's trying to get outside the United States and learn. So, man, hats off to you, man.
Yeah, well, another thing too, Zach, is through connections with people, and people like yourself that are, and throughout the industry that have been there, done that, they grab you and they sit you down and they say, hey, have you thought of doing this? And you're that focused on what you're doing that you can't think of anything outside the box. And this niche that me and my wife are getting into now, with Australian buyers and that, come from someone that was a contact in Tennessee. They said, why don't you look, why don't you do that? And I thought, I've never thought of that. I mean, Warren and I did talk about it early days, but we were too busy trying to find buyers in the States. So, the people that are in Israel are probably looking to do the same thing. If they can get people that have got deals in America and team up with them, that gives people in America another option of a seller. I mean, an international seller, international investor. So, do you know what I mean? Like it just opens up more doors. So, once again, if you contact and you make contact with more people, and you got to put yourself out there, and it can be a bit scary. It's like talking to a seller the first time. Yeah. You freak out and you want to hang up, but you get better at it. And through these contacts, you meet great people, and then they give you better ideas because they're further down the track than you. So, yeah. I've just been, really blessed to have really good, just meet some fantastic people, and that was because I got a feeling that they were good people and I just pursued it. And that's the way I'm heading now. It's all about relationships with me is if I can make more relationships and if I can help more people, well, then it's win-win. So, I'd like to thank you and your dad. You and your dad have been a huge influence from the start with all the content. I mentioned a few other people before that have helped me out and a lot of content. And, just everyone that puts free content out there and helps people. But the secret is you've got to put the time in. You've got to watch the content, listen to the content. And I just had a thing recently. I've got your dad will laugh at this, Rick will laugh at this. I remember he did a video a long time ago about the importance of a title office. We've just closed a deal that took about 5 weeks to close because we went with a title office. It wasn't our title office, and everything that your dad said was going to happen happened. So I've shared that video with a lot of people that said this is one of the most crucial things. So the content's there, but you've got to listen to the content, and you've got to spend the time. Instead of watching TV or listen to music in your car, put the headphones on and listen to a live or a podcast. And that's what Warren and I do. We're always listening. We're in another country, so we listen to you guys full time. Like all the content that comes out, we have to surround ourselves with it because over here you just haven't got it. It's just not around. So you'd soon drop off if you didn't listen to all the stuff all the time. So yeah. But thanks for having us on, Zach, and having a chat. I won't take up too much time if there's other people that want to jump on and have a bit of a chat, but I just thought I'd touch base with you after a while and see how you're going. And like it's a lot's changed. You've got a different backdrop, new studio.
Oh yeah, it's a TV, man. It changes every time. So we'll.
Your hair's getting a bit longer. You're going to grow your hair out, are you? You're going turning hippie.
I'm going a little hippie. I'll grow my hair out a little more. We got a new studio. We got a new office. So that's kind of what we did. So it's a little nicer. I still got the American. I'll put the American flag behind me over here, but I like it, man. Don't act like you're taking too much. I can go for hours. Like my business, it's based on autopilot, so I don't need to be doing anything else. I just like talking about this stuff. Like I don't, because like you said, with everything going virtual, I don't go to real estate investing associations anymore. I just talk to people over the phone. I do Zooms. It's way better because I can get in front of people who actually care about this business. People in real estate investing associations, like some of them do, some of them don't. I can actually get in front of people that actually legitimately care, and it helps. I think a really cool part you're talking about is just immersing yourself in content, not just from me. Obviously, you know my opinion on courses and stuff. Not the biggest fan, but the free content, the more you immerse yourself with other people's opinions for wholesaling real estate, the more you think about it. And my best ideas in wholesaling, like calling from listrei.com, like calling prop stream buyers, that's just for me thinking about wholesaling when I'm like working out or something. I get some water. I'm like, why don't I just call the cash buyer list on prop? Like, my best ideas have always been from two things: talking to other people about it, and just from just thinking about wholesaling all the time. I'm kind of weird. I always think about real estate, but those have been my best ideas. So I think it's really important you brought that up.
Yeah, definitely. It's I mean, there's definitely a saturation. Like when I first started, I was obsessed, and you get to a saturation point, but you've got to have a balance between too much and not enough. And I mean, there's so much content out there that when you've got a topic in your mind, you just have to go to YouTube or you just have to Google, and you can pick up so much stuff. Now, I'm not saying that you don't do courses. I've done courses, and I've got great value from them, and the people I've met are amazing and great teachers and all the rest of it. But you've got to be pretty savvy. If you do something, you've got to find the right people that align with what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know, and I know you're probably, when you talk about the gurus now, you're probably not a, you know that there's certain people in the industry that are good money, value for money, and they're doing the right thing, and you get like a bit of a mentorship, and you get direct contact, you get all that sort of stuff. And then there's people that are doing, probably the wrong thing. So that's just up to the individual. Some people work better under guidance, and some people can just do it all by the information by themselves. So that's a personal choice.
Yeah, definitely. I always say that. That's why I let anyone who wants to talk to me one-on-one, talk to me one-on-one. I'll give you a game plan right today. I'll do it, man. I don't care.
Yeah. And I mean, the people that I've worked with, and is like this, you can get direct contact with them. Yeah. And that's really important. That's really important. And they really care. I don't want to shout out on your platform too much about Alex, but Alex was genuinely, when I got my first deal, he was genuinely pumped up and was wrapped and fresh, because a lot of people said it couldn't be done back in the day from here. And he said, yeah, let's do it. So you've got to find the people with a similar mindset, that bit of a can-do mindset. And sometimes if you've done your due diligence and you have to pay for it, well, that's what you do. If you haven't got the money, well, there's plenty of stuff, platforms like yourself, Zach, that will say, look, I'll teach you, just spend the time and come in the group, and I'll teach you for free. So I use all of it, use a bit of both, Zach. And
cool. I just pinned you on my messages, so I'll see him now.
Yeah.
I just pinned you on there on the top. So you got a question, I'll help you out. I have to start pinning people that are actually providing value and stuff. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, I should have got Warren. I should have tried to link Warren in, because, like I said, he's a true JV champ, like from an international point of view. He's really, he just early days got onto like the Keegley model and just said, right, I'm going to do that. And I mean, that's not all he does, but he's very good at it, and he's very good at building relationships. So I learnt off him. I mean, we talk every day. Wow. Funnily enough, we've only found a few people in Australia that do this, and he only lives 20 minutes down the road from me. So
wow. That's true. I mean, the whole country is basically in maybe three cities. So it's a pretty good chance. That's awesome.
Yeah. So he's the same. He continually listens to podcasts, jumps in groups. I mean, we've jumped into a heap of stuff like this, Zach, that we've found out there's a group that might have, Steve Trang in, and we've jumped in there. And all these people are fantastic, and they get questions, and we get the answers, and we get to interact. But then when you stay in the group after the guest has left, you talk to all the people in the group, and they're just awesome people. So, like you've just got to connect with people.
Yeah.
And just, connect with people, and whatever opportunity you get to get into a fresh group, have a look. If it's not for you, jump out. If it's for you, stay in there. And that's sort of been our success, and, upwards and onwards. And hopefully when all this COVID stuff's finished, I can fly over there and hang out with you guys. Do a US tour. Me and Warren might come and do a US tour.
Oh yeah, man. We'll bring you to all the some of the flips we got. I'll show you some real some fun houses. You can actually see the stuff you're wholesaling. Some of them ain't pretty, but they're nice. I built a house here from the 40s today. It's just the cypress rottings everywhere, and it's it's a good deal. So I'm excited, man. So I appreciate you hopping on, providing value, man. I'm just pumped up for your success, man. I just discipline and collaboration. I mean, I think that's kind of the topic today, is just connecting with people, and that comes down to JVing also. I'm in the six figures of just cash net profits from just JVs, from people sending me deals. And it just comes down to being able, honestly, with JVing, is connecting a buyer with a seller. And if you can find an arbitrage where you're really good at finding a cash buyer, someone's good at getting contracts, be like Warren, and you can make a lot of money. It's great.
Yeah, and final point, I know there's a lot of people out there that I've seen it in groups, and they go, why would you do that when you can get your own? But I understand that when you're fully set up, and you and Rick know, once you're set up, it's a different game. Once you've got your systems in place. But I'm talking maybe about, even if you're that experienced, expanding your network and having almost like a side income on top of your own deals. And for people that are starting off, to stay in the game, to be able to work with other people, to maybe add value and learn off an experienced person while they're earning a little bit of money. So I know there's a lot of people out there that can it, but you've got to remember that things have changed in the last 2 years. So you've got to evolve with the times. And if it means that you can stay in the business, you've sometimes got to look at alternative things. And it's not for everyone. And I know a lot of more experienced people say, get your own deals, or what. There's a lot of negative out there, but new people, don't get discouraged. Just, that's for them. You follow what you got to do, and if you've got to do whatever you got to do to stay in the game, you stay in the game, and don't drop out, because like I said, Warren and I have been over here for 2 years now, and we've had our ups and downs, and you just got to stay in the game. So that's my 2 cents worth from over here, and I'll jump off and let someone else have a chat. But thanks for having me on, Zach, and say hello to your dad. He's between your content and his content, it's fantastic. So doing a great job.
I think so, Graham. I appreciate it. I'm getting you guys mixed up, but man, you've I've seen you since the beginning in your journey, and it's awesome seeing your growth, and I can't wait to see your growth in the future. So it's going to be even more insane. So can't wait, man. I appreciate it.
No, I'll try and jump in more often. I'll try and jump in once a month. I've just been super busy. I've been doing a rehab over here as well. So I've been up all night and all day. So I've been super busy, but I'll try and jump in once a month. And I quite often jump into your Facebook lives and just listen while I've got my headphones on. So look, I appreciate this group, and hopefully, it just keeps growing, and you can teach more people, Zach.
That's the goal, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
The
link's on there every week.
Take it easy. And when you come over here, you've got free to Victoria, to Melbourne. I'll show you around. You've got free accommodation. All right. You are Rick.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it. I'll go fishing over there. Get some other marlin. I love it, man.
Take you fishing and surfing.
I love it, man. Thanks, man. Thank you so much for watching that video today. If you want more free value for wholesaling real estate, remember to smash that like button and subscribe. Guys, if you want to join the best wholesaling real estate mentorship in the planet and join the wholesaling course that has the most people in it in the history of the world for wholesaling real estate, go to freewholesaling.com. It's free. There's no gimmicks. There's no upsells in this course. It is an absolute free wholesaling course. I've been told to charge thousands and thousands of dollars for it. I give it out for free. So like this video and subscribe. join the movement for wholesaling real estate and go to freewholesaling.com and join my Wholesaling Houses for Real Facebook group. That is the largest mastermind in the country of like-minded wholesaling entrepreneurs who want to get connected absolutely for free and learn wholesaling real estate. Guys, I'll hope to see you there. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Have a blessed one.